Okay, so in this film, you're going to show you how to make this book, which you will have already seen in the last episode. But I think the recycling the paper was more important to do first, then show you how to put the book together. Considering that the book, you know, it isn't something that you absolutely need to draw on recycled paper. It's just a nice way to keep everything all together. So yeah, so again, I'll be referring to things that you've already seen, so please don't get confused, but you do need to watch these two films together. Okay, right, thanks a lot. Now then, so this episode, it's a little bit of a mix and match one. Got there in the end. So we're kind of going to make a book to begin with. I know we've done a lot of that, but you don't really need to. The main part of this this episode is to just go around your house finding different things that you can draw on. Because if you've run out of your paper, then that's what you need to do. You need to find what else you can draw on. So, but I thought it'd be nice. I'll show you how to put a book together, really nice and simply. Well, it's not really putting a book together. It's dismantling an old book and putting new pages in it. That's kind of the way, and putting pages in it so you can just take them out and put them back, put different ones in all the time. So let's get started. So this is the book that I've got. As you see, it was going to charity shop, but obviously the charity shops are closed at the moment. So I've just dug it out of the box. It's just got a really nice hard back, and it's quite thick. If you notice, it's got quite a thick spine on it. So it's a really good, well-made book. Is this actually? So, which is a bit of a shame to destroy it, but unfortunately, that's what I'm doing. So what we need to do is get out these pages, take them away. So what I'm going to do is just cut down there. Now, if you're not allowed to have a knife, get somebody to help you do that. Okay. And that should just come away from that side, like that. So we do the same at this side. I'm going to do it in two halves. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it like that. I thought that might happen, actually. Here we go. And what you've got to try and, when you are cutting down, not to cut all the way through, because you want to keep this. So now there is a way to actually make a book, but you need PVA glue. Oh, always remember to put your blade in. But you need PVA glue. I don't have any, so I'm not going to show you how to do that because I can't. So you don't have the right type of glue. But you can make this. So basically, you need a piece of paper, a piece of material that big, a piece of board like that, piece of board like that, and a thin piece of board down there, and you just stick it on and fold over the paper. Fold over your material like cotton or something like that, and that's how you end up with a bit like this. But like I say, if you've got one, then go for it. So what we need to do now is make a system of how to put loads of different types of paper inside here, and that's what my drill's for. So I've got a really good old-fashioned drill. So I'm going to put some paper underneath, or some card. As you can see, I've tested it to make sure. I'm going to put 2 thicknesses of card because I don't want to drill into my cutting mat because it's already seen a lot better days. Now you can't see that there. Can you see it with that camera? Yeah, you can. So we're going to move over to this camera because you can see it there. And basically, I'm just going to drill a hole. Oh, drill a hole. Needs a bit of oil, does my drill. Am I through? Yes, he's through, look. So I'll go to that camera because you can see it there, look. So I've drilled a hole through there. And then we do the same at the bottom. There we are. So we've got a hole through there. You can see it with that camera. And so we've got a hole at the bottom and a hole at the top, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter at this point which way up it goes. Now, you could leave your book cover just like this if you wanted. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it and then put something on there. Now, if you are going to paint it, it's always good to paint it before you do the next bit. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to paint it before I do the next bit. So I'm going to use a gesso. Now, we're going to talk about gesso later on. Well, we're not. We're going to talk about it now. Gesso is basically... You see that there? There we are. Gesso is basically a really posh emulsion paint, and it's used for priming canvases or paper. It's really what's called a acrylic medium, because it's a lot more complicated than emulsion paint, which is why it's so much more expensive. And the difference basically between this and emulsion paint is when this dries, it dries really matte and it dries really hard, whereas emulsion paint can dry really quite soft. So but if you only have emulsion paint, or you have acrylic paint, or something that's more opaque than a watercolour, then that's a good thing to paint it with. Right, now then, so I've painted the book and I've painted it a few times, and I've also put that repeating pattern I did, I've printed some off and stuck that in. So we're left with quite a nice looking foldery type of thing, really, basically. Okay, so what to do now? Get some string. Oh, this string isn't really the best type of string because it's quite thick. And what you have to do is slot it through the holes that you've made. So if you've got some string that's a bit thinner, that might be a little bit more worthwhile. And my holes are quite rough. And just keep doing that. So I'll shut up and just get on with it. Right, so as you might not have seen, because I had a little bit of technical problems there, and by technical problems I mean I forgot to switch the top camera on. Basically, I've just got some string and I've wound it round. I'll put that onto there. I've wound it round and round and round, inside and out, through the hole, back round, as many times as I could. Like I say, this string's a little bit too thick. You could do with better, thinner string. Then just tie it in a knot. Try and get as tight as you can, because that will help later on. And as you can see, look, can you see that there? It's quite hard to get in because we've got all the extra pages in there. So just persevere. It will go in. And some of the pages, if they don't go in because you've got too much stuff, just chop it off so it's a little bit shorter, like this watch. So these were quite a bit shorter than the others, but they fit really well. Like that. There we go. There we are. Now, there's the book. It's picking up some mucky bits from my mat, because my mat's rubbish. I need to get a new mat. So this is the finished book. This is a little bit of the bag. Can you see that this is the bottom of the bag that I cut off? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fold that in half, and as you can see, that's tiny compared to all the others, but we can still put that in our book. So you can just pick any one of your signatures, any one of your bits. I'm going to use that one because it's a bit of a, no, I've mixed them up there. Here we go, that one. Now you can do it from the back, or what as I'm going to do, which I think is easier, do it from the front. So find the middle and just slot that in. And this is one of the things that I think is absolutely fantastic with this kind of book, is no matter what size piece of paper you've got, oh look, I've left some handles there, so I'll rip them out. Rip that off. No matter what size piece of paper you've got, it can go in this book. And it's all recycled. This is all paper, well, apart from the first few pages I put in, apart from those. This is all paper or card that we've got from recycling, and it's ideal for drawing on. Different, like I said, different textures, different patterns. I'm going to paint some of these pages with me gesso to make it so I can do pretty much anything in the book. But I think it looks quite nice. I think it's got quite different sizes, different textures. This would work well with a journal. And like I say, once you get quite a lot in there, it kind of holds itself together. So thanks for viewing, viewer.